The work that's behind me is called All the Colours, All the Light. This is the 4th time that it's been exhibited. It's made out of theatrical lighting gels, which are a type of, I suppose, like a heat-proof cellophane. It's all held together with staples. Each time that this work is exhibited, it changes shape and scale depending on kind of the architecture of the gallery. And I have to take into consideration like the pre-existing lighting, like in the ceiling, as well as like any windows and those kinds of things, and how tall the ceiling is, and also what size frame we can attach to the ceiling, because different galleries have, sometimes they have a false ceiling, so you can't really attach things to that. So there's often workarounds. And yeah, so this time I had to make it in 2 long sections because there were like fire sprinklers in the middle between the lights as well. But that gives me an opportunity to play with doubling and tripling up the colours and really playing with the way that the light can be colorised. The work, All the Colours, All the Light, it was inspired by an experience I had in Antarctica, which was when the moisture particles in the air freeze and create little tiny prism effect. So you see these like little rainbowy prisms sparkling in the air, and so that was the inspiration for this work. First time that this work was made was for the Islamic Art Biennial in Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates, and then it travelled to the Douse in Lower Hutt. Then it travelled down to the Ashburton Art Gallery. At the Douse we had the carpet underneath it, which allowed people to lie underneath, but it didn't reach the walls, and it was a much bigger work. It probably hung to about 1 metre off the floor, so people had a safe way to get underneath it. Time-wise, each installation takes between 5 and 6 days to install, and that just involves me spending a lot of time up a hydraulic lift and stapling the components together, and then sometimes having to edit them because they get too much tension and they start curving and that kind of thing. With this 4th installation, what's really lovely about it is it's a completely different space than I've worked in before. It's in the foyer, so I've got to deal with like lots of kind of different types of people coming into the space, and this time the work doesn't almost touch the ground. It hovers above people's heads and kind of forces you to look upwards. It's really lovely like installing it because I get to see all the different types of people who come in and have lovely little chats as well. It kind of welcomes people in with all its colours. The work is going to open on Saturday the 16th of March. It will be here in the gallery until early September, which is a really nice stretch of time for it to kind of get used to living in Napier, which is just such a nice thing to do. I hope that if you are in Napier, please come and visit the MTG, it's the Museum, Theatre and Gallery, and come and see All the Colours, All the Light. Thanks.